Hey everyone, welcome back to my Homeschool for Success plan. Last week I spent a good chunk of time giving you some very quick ideas on how you can start homeschooling tomorrow, how you can start helping your children get the skills they need to be successful tomorrow. But homeschooling is a little more than that. You have to do math, you have to do science, you have to do history, foreign language and arts and music, and all of that stuff is a part of school as well. So today I'm going to talk to you about setting up some basic lesson plans and the basics of how to formulate what you're going to do. This is not an in-depth lesson plan. This is not how I do my lesson plans on every class that I teach, but it is the basics and how to outline your classes. So the most important part of lesson planning is curriculum, goals, and a year outline. These three things are very important. Now in schools, we don't have any choice in curriculum. The school chooses, we use it. For goals, we're given certain goals we have to meet by the end of the year, but we get to decide kind of when and where those fit in. And then for the year outline, the district has a basic outline and we modify it and adapt it to our students. For you, you're working from ground zero. So today I'm really focusing on just making these things easy. Curriculum, we're not going to spend much time on that. That's kind of a big picture thing. But I really want to focus on setting up your goals and your year outline because those work together. So curriculum, you guys have tons of choices. There's Becca and Bob Jones and Easy Grammar and Holt McDougall and Prentice Hall, Saxon, your general ones. I mean, you have tons of curriculum. There's a lot of stuff out there you can use. You're going to have to find the one that fits you. I can't tell you which one is best. I can tell you the ones I worked with and the ones I've liked the best. But I can't tell you what's going to fit your politics, your ethics, your religion, and your goals the best. That's for you to choose, especially when it comes to your child. So I don't want to spend too much time on that. We're going to work on the assumption that you've already picked the books you're going to use and you already have them. So we're going to use that for your goals. And there are lots of different goals. There's the yearly goal, the monthly goal, the weekly goal, and the daily goal. The yearly goal, of course, is the whole thing. For monthly goals, we're going to work on it in an idea of 9 chunks, 9 months. That way you still have the summer break because a lot of parents who homeschool follow the basic school calendar. For your weekly goals, we're going to separate that into 36 chunks. How do you teach a subject in 36 chunks? Daily goals, I'm not going to go into much today. I have a whole different video for daily goals because you don't want to plan those out too far in advance. Those must be the most flexible goals. So for today, I'm going to use a textbook called Streams of Civilization, which is ancient history through the Reformation and the New World. This is a picture of the contents. When you're setting up your yearly goal, you want to look at the table of contents and say, okay, I want to finish this whole book, or I want to finish these chapters, or I want to get through this section of this book by the end of the year. Now, this book is specifically set up to be completed in one academic year. And so we're going to try and get through this whole book in one academic year. Separating it into 9 chunks is actually pretty easy. There are 17 chapters, which is one short of 2 chapters a month, and there's reasons for that. So we're going to just do basically 2 chapters a month until we get to the end. And each of these arrows shows you a monthly goal. So now that we've talked about it in 9-month goals, let's talk about it in the terms of 36 weeks. 36 weeks takes your 9-month goal and it breaks them apart just a little bit more and sets it up for how fast you want to go through each section. Now in history, I recommend working at a pretty steady pace. Once you get outside of history, you get into math and science and even English, your pace is going to vary based on reading level or math level or prior knowledge in science and all of that. But for history, you want to go at a pretty steady pace. Initially, your first chapter is usually very easy because it has a lot of review. Do you remember this from last year type of stuff? Get back into the groove. So it's usually 1 week you can do that first chapter. The second chapter, I recommend taking kind of slow if you do the first chapter fast and getting back into the groove of things. So after that, each of these chapters, because of the way it's formatted, take about 2 weeks. And so you'll go through and you'll do each chapter in a 2-week time spread, and you can have a test at the end, on the end of the second week, just to make sure. A book like this comes with its own tests, comes with its own worksheets that go with it, questions and answers and all of that. If you notice, though, there are 2 weeks that are missing from here, and that is week 17 and week 36. Week 17 happens between chapter 8 and chapter 9, and week 36, of course, happens at the end. We leave these weeks off a lot when we're doing this lesson plan because, well, in a school setting, these 2 weeks are semester exams and final exams. At homeschool, I don't recommend exams so much as I recommend a project of some kind, a presentation or a paper or something. So I would say midterm project happens about halfway through the book, and some curriculums come with one or come with ideas for one. If you can't find one, if you can't find one in the curriculum, it's pretty easy to find lots of ideas on Pinterest and online and at Teachers Pay Teachers and all of those places. And then week 36, after chapter 17 in this case, you'll have a culminating project. And in that project, it will be the whole year together. It could be a paper, it could be an exam, it could be whatever it is you want it to be, but that's where you would do it. And that is all I have to say on lesson plannings and setting up your year plan. If you are in a district that, well, in a district that requires lesson plans be submitted to the state, the first thing you want to do is outline when you're going to do what. What they're really wanting to see is that you have a goal and you have a plan on how to reach that goal so that every child is being educated in the way that makes sense. If you are in Texas, this just helps you organize yourself. So whatever it is you need, that's what we have. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next time.